The tragedy of Elric of Melniboné, Simoril and Yirkun belongs among the most well-known fantasy stories of the 20th century. And now, my dear friends, finally, we have got what we've been waiting for the longest time. An action figure of the protagonist, the Dragon Prince, Elric of Melniboné. Hi everybody, and welcome to yet another video. Well then, my dear friends, I've got tremendous news for you today. If you've been following my channel for quite some time, you know that I am a huge aficionado of action figures, and especially then of action figures of the fantasy genre, and the fantasy genre in general. I have spent a considerable part of my life focusing on the works of the greats of fantasy of the 20th century, namely Professor Tolkien and C.S. Lewis, and well, of course, then Michael Moorcock and Robert E. Howard, so on and so forth. Terry Pratchett, one of my favorites as well. As well as Old English literature and Germanic, old ancient Germanic poetry specifically, then which I studied at university. Um, and as far as action figures, I'm all about mythic legions and companies such as the Four Horsemen and so on and so forth. But I've got something extraordinary for you today. This is something that I've just pre-ordered. I just put an order for this, and this is something that I've been wanting for the longest time. One of my favorite fantasy characters of all time, my dear friends, and it's Elric of Melniboné in an action figure form, 1/12 scale, from the Savage Crucible line by Harvinger Studios, has just gone on pre-order, and it looks absolutely fantastic. Now, this is probably going to be well, it is definitely my first pre-order from them, but might very well be my first action figure. It should be coming out by the end of the year, so I might get something else by them by that time. But they are, to my knowledge, relatively new to the independent toy independent market. So I haven't got any of their figures, but based on the reviews that I saw and the videos by different collectors, they do, I mean, rank among the best indie toy makers out there at the moment. So far, they have been focusing mainly on like creatures, fantasy creatures, mainly reptilian, um, like anthropomorphized reptile warriors, which I'm not very much into. I mean, I wouldn't mind having one of them or two of them in my fantasy collection, but not so much of a fan that I would have to own the entire line. But they have recently announced some pretty interesting figures, like figures based on the art by Frank Frazetta, which I pre-ordered from Big Bad Toy Store as well. So it's actually not my first pre-order of a Harbinger Studios Savage Crucible figure, but my first pre-order from their website. I shall post a link in the description down below should you wish to pre-order your Elric of Melniboné yourselves. And shall we look at that? So, and first, I'd like to thank Harbinger Studios for responding to me extremely quickly on Instagram, because there were some issues with international shipping. You couldn't place your pre-order when you were not from the United States of America. It's all fixed now. As you can see, international shipping is now back online. I've placed my pre-order, and you've got two options here, which I find quite interesting. Is the first time that I see somebody like doing that. Actually, you can either pay like full price, which is $45 plus shipping, for the figure, or you can pay a deposit of $5 and pay the rest when the figure comes out. For those who might not have the funds right now, or for those who I think that this is very attractive for the fans and for the collectors, and definitely deserve some praise. And definitely, I think they will by this they will win some new fans over to their side. So from what I know from reviews and articles and videos, they are very, very well made action figures. And let us look at it. Let us check it out. So how can I? So it's Elric of Melniboné in his like very iconic black armor with a plethora of accessories. Of course, in his famous dragon helmet and with his cloak, and of course the rune swords. Should you wish to, my dear friends, steal some souls, Stormbringer and Mournblade as well. Should you wish to customize another figure to possibly make another character, but I think that that might point to the fact that they will make another figure. They will make another one. So you will also get. Shall we look at that? So it includes 3 heads: Elric, helmeted Elric, and Melniboné on guard helm, which once again is a very clever move because you can then army build this figure. It doesn't only have to be, the protagonist, Elric of Melniboné, but it can also be just a common guard, common soldier, which of course means that you can buy 2 extras that you can put behind Elric or have him fight them, based on what we know about the stories. And then it comes with 2 swords, as I said, yeah, Stormbringer and Mournblade, 3 belt attachments, Olifant the Horn of Fate, bag of herbs, and potion bottle. As we know, Elric can't move much, like too far away without his potions and herbs, uh, lest he wishes to perish and go all weak. Chaos Shield, soft goods. So it is soft goods. Very good. So the cape is cloth. Beautiful. I think it should be wired. It's wired, so you can pose it all you want. As I suspected. I haven't even checked all the like specifics into detail, and I like pre-ordered it straight up because it's just. Firstly, I've seen reviews for Savage Crucible have been very good, and I love Elric so much. I just didn't care if that cape was subcut or not. 2 sets of armored hands, 2 left hands with the Actoria Stone, sword sheath, and then they are adding a random blind bag weapon. So you're getting a little bit extra. Every figure pre-ordered directly from us, it says, come with an additional random blind bag weapon that has not been shown. Interesting. And so, do you think they will also come up with Simoril? His love? I would definitely like to see more characters from Elric of Melniboné. Uh, Maybe even Ariok. That would be awesome, like an oversized demon Ariok. Gee, that would be fantastic. And so I think that the estimated shipping date is around November. But we know that we have to be patient as far as action figure production goes. Now I'm definitely patient, and I never mind any delays because it usually means that the manufacturers are working on like perfecting the figure, making it better so that fans are satisfied even more than obviously. Yeah, so certainly looking forward to this one. I shall post a link in the description down below. I do recommend you check it out. Here are the accessories if you want to check them out. Look at them. Looks quite detailed, isn't it? So, as I said, Stormbringer and Mournblade. Maybe they will come up with Yurkun. Who knows? His evil cousin who wanted to make his sister marry him and usurp the throne of Melniboné. Yeah, right. So thank you, Harvinger Studios, Savage Crucible, for awesome, perfect communication, customer service, and I can't wait for your figure. I'm thinking about actually pre-ordering an extra one now, come to think of it. Right, so let me know in the comments down below what you think, and there we go. Thank you very much for watching, and remember, my dear friends, no Maria.